Alright everyone, this is Bob for a new episode of, yes, believe it or not, Orenda Power. Because the aquarium is now back and cycling. Let me just show it to you. Alright, so as you can see, the aquarium holds water again. It's not an empty box of glass. It's my aquarium. I've put the mountain with the anubias on it, as well as put back the gravel, and to my surprise today my parents have actually changed the background and I really enjoyed it. Really beautiful. Don't get me wrong, the old one was pretty cool, but I think this one is far more realistic, and it's pretty much a Dutch style aquarium, because as you can see there is multiple plants and everything, all being obviously just a background, but it is just super gorgeous. I'm in love with it, and I think the blue of the background match pretty well the gravel. I'm in love with the blue gravel again, so yeah, no changing the blue gravel. And I think the green of the background, the little touch of red, everything is just beautiful. As I said, don't get me wrong, I loved the old background, but this one is just next level to me, especially due to the fact that this is not only a cold water but a fresh water aquarium, so it's far more realistic, and I think the fish will rely more on this natural look than they did with the coral. So what's about the fish? Well, I am glad to say to all of you that all the fish are still alive. Obviously they might not be super happy right now because of their bucket situation, but at the very least all of them seems to still be healthy, and they all swim normally. I had zero death. It's just incredible, because really I was worrying like sick for them, but I've done quite a lot of water change. I've regularly checked on them, and yeah, apparently they are all doing well. So I'm going to actually show them to you all so I can discuss a little bit about how every single one is doing a bit better, and after that I'm going to talk a little bit more about the future of Orenda Power, because yeah, this incident have changed my vision, at least for a while, but don't worry, there is still going to be quite a lot of exciting stuff to wait on the Orenda Power. So let us check sorry, not the aquarium, but the fish themselves. Alright, so for the first of the three bucket, the first glass bucket, we have Ghost RP, as well as one of my three Stirbai Coridora. So the Stirbai Coridora seem to have done quite well in this, not this aquarium obviously, but this bucket, which was the actual native bucket. So both three fish are doing excellent. As you can see, it is feeding time, so I'm going to not overfeed them obviously, but just feed a little bit. I think they will come to eat. I mean, they have displayed some quite normal behaviors. As you can see, the little dot right here is the Stirbai Coridora. Oh, and as you can see, as promised, Ghost is hungry. So I'm not really worried about those fish. I mean, they had the best condition, and overall it was just a nice little trip for them. Even though this bucket couldn't be a permanent home for them, they had plenty of surface agitation and a big sponge filter just for them, so they will be doing just fine. And the Sturbai corridora, he's right there. The little black spot right here. I know it's kind of hard to see because of all the water and all, but yeah, that's him right there. He's doing fine too. So yeah, I'm really satisfied about that. I'm really happy to see them swim normally. I really hope they will continue to use this little temple, Asian temple, for lack of a better word to describe this little structure. I've seen them swim into it and out, which they don't usually do in the aquarium, so I hope they will keep these funny behaviors, but if not, it won't matter that much. I mean, it's more for them than anything. So yeah, let's move on to the other fish. But yeah, the Orenda Power is still alive, as long as those two guys are still, or girls actually, I'm not sure of the sex of those two goldfish, but as long as they're alive, everything is fine. Alright, so next up we have the Danios as well as the two checkered barbs. And I will say this entire experience have made me really enjoy the Danios quite a lot. I think Danios are quite an awesome fish. As you can see though, they seem fairly stressed as they are hiding and swimming really low in the water. Those fish are supposed to be top dwelling fish, so they aren't feeling safe, and fact is they have also lost one of their hiding spot, which was the tower right here, the mountain, sorry. So I had to remove that mountain. They still have this little piece of decoration right there, and as you can see they are using it quite a lot, sorry. So I'm going to feed them to try to lure them closer. I haven't fed them since this morning, so that's pretty much alright. They are all really active. I was afraid they might try to jump out of the bucket. Danios can jump actually, but they haven't. I would say though, the two no, sorry, not the Sturbai, but the checkered barbs, so those little oops, pretty hard to distinguish them in this bucket. This little guy right here, I have two female checkered barbs, and they don't seem to do as well. I mean, in the aquarium they pretty much behave the same way, so they aren't really competitive and they just enjoy when the food goes to them, and they like to hide. But in this aquarium full of stronger, more competitive fish, they definitely don't do as well. But they, I won't say they haven't eat anything. I'm just saying I prefer to have them and the Danios in a bigger aquarium. So be careful when you're keeping fish. Always make sure to only have fish that can compete for food. By the way, there's on the bottom some of the moss, and surprisingly the moss seems to still be really green, really healthy. So we have some activity. We will probably have a feeding frenzy display. But yeah, all this situation have, oh yeah, sorry, just before that, so basically the moss, which was an experience, is still in the aquarium, at least some small bit of it, and apparently it's been doing well. So yeah, but yeah, talking back to the Danios, they are really fairly interesting, and I think this entire misadventure have really put a lot of nice thing for the Danios. Sorry, that was a weird sentence, but what I meant to say was that I feel like I've underappreciated the Danios for their lack of colors, but seeing them in this aquarium, this bucket, have really made me realize how awesome they are. So definitely going to keep them, definitely going to recommend them. As I said, my only thing about them is their lack of coloration. I mean, the zebra Danios are really beautiful, but the leopard Danios kind of lack the blue and yellow coloration, which kind of annoys me, but they definitely make up with their long fins and their attitude, so they are really awesome fish. I kind of feel bad for the checkered barbs, so that's one of them. Definitely going to try to get more of them. I mean, there were 2 in this aquarium and they were just like scared quite a lot, just hiding, not having a good time. They aren't really supposed to be that much of an outgoing fish, but you know, keeping them with only the Danios might have been a bad idea, and I should have put them in the 3rd aquarium. Speaking of which, we are now at the last bucket, which is the bucket full of the gold barbs. Oh, we can kind of see them there, as well as the Corydoras, and also, oh yeah, the Siamese algae eater. Forgot about him. So out of the 3 aquarium, I think the fish in there are the one that are the most stressed. So basically the Corydoras are displaying horrible coloration, and I have strong reason to believe that the gold barbs are being bullies in this aquarium. I'm not going to blame them for that, but in contrary to the Danios, so I'm just trying to get a better light to try to see. So right here we have the Siamese algae eater. Poor little fish. Should have put him with the goldfish. He could have had some snack. He's a all flux grazer, meaning he likes to eat some plankton and everything, and it's recommended to put them only in mature aquarium. So I'm not sure how he's going to do in my aquarium. Definitely going to have to feed a lot of algae waffles. Those good old blue waffles. No, I'm kidding. Green waffles. But yeah, definitely not a good time for him. He's going to struggle to feed. But I really hope he will survive. I mean, all the decorations still have some of the bacteria and everything. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the gold barbs really don't seem to be doing that well. I mean, they are kind of the bullies, and you know, despite all the good thing I have said about them, I really, you know, they just are aggressive and annoying towards the Corydoras. So there's 2 of the Corydoras. I wonder if the Corys will lay some eggs. That could be cool. Oh, there we go. Feeding frenzy. But yeah, as you can see, the gold barbs really seems more stressed than the other fish, and I don't know, they just seems more vicious as well for some reason. I mean, I compared them to goldfish quite a lot, but I'm not sure. Alright, so this is Coco, my bronze Corydora. He's doing well. He have actually grown quite a lot. I just realized that. He's picking up some size, some mass, but yeah. So, as I was saying, the gold barbs, they are kind of aggressive, and I'm hoping they will remain calm, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to fin nip the goldfish. Also, they seems to have lost quite a lot of coloration due to stress and everything, although I might be wrong, simply because the lights isn't that good. But yeah, they really seems to have lost quite a lot of their colors, which is quite normal since they are trying to camouflage in this world, which have like white walls compared to a darker substrate and everything of an aquarium. So yeah, really not sure how the gold barbs will react once they will be introduced back in the aquarium, but you know, they have kind of drop in my esteem. Oh, that's Bandit. It's really hard to pronounce as a name of Coridora, but yeah, he's my oldest Coridora. He's 1 year old, I believe. Even more, I think, compared to the really fresh new blood in the aquarium. So yeah. So basically now I'm going to talk a bit more about the future of Orenda Power. So this entire adventure have kind of dropped a massive hit on my dreams of having like a bigger aquarium or having multiple aquarium. I think I'm just going to keep it to this 26 gallon for a while. Having the aquarium just all emptied and now putting it back together is quite a nice experience. Well, I mean, I wish I wouldn't had this experience, but it's just put things into perspective, you know. And yeah, basically having a new background changed the done quite a lot. Having, you know, just all the fish still alive, but going to be reintroduced and having all weird behaviors for a while, having the opportunity to rebuild the aquarium and everything, and also just considering the fact that I almost lost all my fish like that is sincerely something to consider. So I really want more fish, but I don't want more aquariums, at least for now. And one of the things I did realize is that I have quite a lot of schooling fish already, and what I really want at this point is a lot of top dwelling fish. I have the Danios, yes, but I want more because right now pretty much all the fish love to swim in here, and when the Danios are in spawning behaviors, all this part of the aquarium is pretty empty. So I want to introduce some life bearers like platies, guppies, and endlers, as well as, well, probably just guppies, to be honest. I just want to start a colony of guppies in this aquarium, and just having like a few bigger life bearers, like a few like swordtail or platies, as I said. And I also want honey gourami. I know I've did a video about keeping goldfish with gouramis, and not a lot of people were like affirmative about that, but I think I'm going to just give it a try. I mean, I almost lost all my fish due to some really random reason, and you know, the goldfish aren't going to bully anyone. I mean, this entire experience was kind of a, well, not experience, but situation was kind of a test for them, and they were with a really small Coridora, and they haven't touched him. I mean, that Coridora could have been destroyed completely by the goldfish. They had more than enough time to try to eat this really smaller fish. So I really think a lot of people, including myself, have underestimated the goldfish capacity of being with other fish. And so this is the reason why I want to try some life bearers. Life bearers, if they die, if they get eat and everything, obviously I don't want that, but it wouldn't be such a loss. And if like only one or two survive, they aren't like Danios or Tetras or Barbs. If they can live happily a solitary life, sort of speaking, even though they do enjoy the company of other fish. And having a honey gourami in this aquarium, I think would be good. I mean, I don't see why a honey gourami would be that much aggressive. And even though, even if he was aggressive, there would be so much dither fish that not a single one of the fish would be spot. And you know, goldfish tend to swim in this area while, when gouramis prefer the top portion of the aquarium. So I really don't see why the gourami would travel the entire aquarium just to be an asshole. And you know, I think it would be a good experience to try. And if the gourami, not the gourami, but if the gold barbs are going to be like fin nippers and everything. Oh, there we go. Now we have a good light. But if the gouramis are going, yes, I'm just misspelling again. If the gold barbs are going to be fin nippers, having like several fish with long fins would actually disperse the aggressivity. So instead of only fin nipping the goldfish, they would fin nip like other fish and other fish and other fish. And well, first of all, they don't fin nip that much anymore. And I pretty much established that when they do fin nip, it's because they are hungry. But yeah, having like gouramis and platies and guppies, things like that, would just put more activity in the aquarium, more displays, and more coloration, as well as more body shape and behaviors. And all of those would be awesome to have in the aquarium. I'm also considering adding a dojo loach to the aquarium, at least one or two, because I just rewatched some of my older videos today, and I remembered Rex, my dojo loach, that have sadly passed away this summer, and that fish was awesome, as well as Spot. I mean, Spot was even better than Rex. And yeah, basically both have died. Spot have just jumped out of the aquarium, not one, not twice, but 3 times. Before, like, the 3rd time was the charm. And Rex just died for some reason, which was really sad. But yeah, Dojo Loach were really doing well with the goldfish. I mean, they were by far the best tank mate ever. And yeah, just having them, having some Dojo Loach back in the aquarium would bring so much to this aquarium, I believe. I mean, long, kind of ill-looking fish with really strange behaviors, one of a kind type of fish, an oddball, really, would put some awesome display of activity, really. Because yeah, basically all my fish except for the goldfish are schooling fish. So now I want more kind of unique, not necessarily solitary, but not schooling fish, you know, fish that have more personality as themselves, compared to having a pecking order and just being rude and aggressive toward each other's. So yeah, let me know what you think of it. I'm going to add the fish to the aquarium probably tomorrow, I might experience some loss of fish, obviously. This entire situation was really stressful for all the fish. I will not deny it, but yeah, basically we're kind of starting from fresh. Let me know if you have any advice for me for the reintroduction of the fish in the aquarium and everything. And yeah, so that was a new episode of Orenda Power. Probably a long-awaited update for some of you. I'm going to do more videos of Orenda Power, and yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed this one. I did, for sure. So thanks a lot for watching. See you all real soon. Come on, Ghost. Bye! Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel.